Good morning, it is Mrs. Kane. This is an ELA lesson. This is what the screen would look like for your child. We are on a child's page, and I'm going over here to where it says classes. We can do this several ways. You can look at it for your daily schedule. Looks like this. Here's day 3. And we can do it this way. Here is the lesson. So, it says, can Ben find a home in his new home, part 1. It says, welcome to a new year. All of these things are things that they need to read. You will read Night of the Sparefoot Toads. It's a novel. It says, what do you learn about Mrs. Tibbets? This is something that you might want to take notes in a notebook. Just a spiral will work. Something like this, just a spiral. You're going to have a spiral or a section. This one has 3 sections to write notes for each thing. So, there's vocabulary to learn. It says, answer the question in your ELA journal. Then talk about the answers with your learning guide. Your learning guide is your parent. How do the students describe Miss Tibbets before she appears in the book? How does Ben see Miss Tibbets? What do the differences tell you about these characters? Those are 3 things you have to write down in your notebook. Those things are going to show that you have an understanding of what you are listening or reading. Got it? So I'm going to go back up here. I click this link. It comes to the book. And sometime, there it is. Down here, it has a next button. We click it. Here's the table of contents. This tells the title. It has a speaker button. That speaker button, it is Bill Harley, the author, reading the story to you. And we keep going. This is the dedication page. And he reads that to you. And then chapter 1. Now, if you want to read the book yourself, go right ahead. It's perfectly fine. If you would like to listen to it, then do that. Just hit the speaker button. Now I'm going to go back and show you what else you have to do in the lesson. And I went back too far, which is okay. We'll get there. I have too many screens open right now. So answer those questions after reading it. Then it says a story is made up of characters. An author has many ways of telling the reader what the character is like. So then it's going to ask you to make a Venn diagram. You click it. This is going to be a comparison of the 2 characters. You can type right on here. So we could write Ben, and I didn't. Ben versus Miss Tibbets, maybe. So something like this. So one side will be Ben. One side will be Miss Tibbets. Then these things in the middle are what they're similar about. The outside edges are what they're different about. You can do that right on your screen. This gives you a deeper understanding of what you are doing. Then you're going to scroll down. It says inferring and comparing character traits. It says as you read a book, look closely at the characters' actions, the dialogue. Use your background knowledge to infer their traits. The traits is anything that makes them who they are. It can be what they look like, what they sound like, what they act like, things that they like. Are they shy? Are they brave? All of those things are traits. Then it says, when Jenny says to Ben, she's not a new teacher, she used a pronoun to refer to Miss Tibbets. This is your English part. This is your writing part. You need to do this as well. So, it tells you personal nouns, possessive nouns, Here's a poor sentence and a better sentence. Then in your journal, here are 5 sentences. It says, write a personal pronoun to replace each underlined word. Here's the sentence. Rattlesnakes is the word that you have to replace with a pronoun. Rattlesnakes can be dangerous, so people should be careful around rattlesnakes. So instead of rattlesnakes, I would write the word them. It makes sense. Listen. Rattlesnakes can be dangerous, so people should be careful around them. That's what you have to write down. Number them. Make it easy for yourself, because there may come a time where I ask you to show me proof that you're writing in your writer's journal. You just practice comparing characters. Now you write about those characters. Good readers think about how different they are. So, here are 4 questions that you need to answer in your writer's notebook that you have to do. Then you're going to read this. This time you read and wrote, compare and contrast. Read all of these things. This is day 1. You don't have to go on to day 2. Just do this lesson. Then it says, how well do you feel you understand the concepts from this lesson part? You answer that, you submit it. Then you'll be allowed to go to part 2. But look at all those parts. This should take you in an hour, at least 1 hour. So I'm hoping that will help this morning for ELA. Many of you have worked ahead, but if you have not done those journal entries, you need to go back to day 1 and get them all done. All right, Zoom meeting today at 2. I hope to see you all there.